Hai, hello, selamat petang dan salam sejahtera. Terima kasih sekali lagi kerana setia bersama kami, Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Bangsar Pudu dalam program Tuition Online Percuma ini. Okey, hari ini bersama kita adalah Cikgu Mathani daripada SJKT Sungai Besi. Cikgu Mathani adalah seorang cikgu bahasa Inggeris di SJKT Sungai Besi dan akan mengajar anda bahasa Inggeris darjah 4 pada hari ini ya. Tanpa melengahkan masa, saya menjemput Cikgu Mathani. Hai Cikgu, apa khabar?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are
Fine,
you,
sir.
teacher?
I'm fine,
Fine.
sir.
Okay, teacher, if you're ready, you can start your lesson now.
Okay, sir. Thank you. A very good day to all. And thank you, Mr. Subra and our IT department, PPD Bangsar Pudu, for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge. I'm teacher Mathani from SJKT Sungai Besi, and I'm going to give you some share my knowledge on indefinite pronoun, which is in year 4, your syllabus. So I think without any delay, we can just start off with our today's lesson. And I hope all of you are doing well at home. Please stay safe, and we can just start off with our today's lesson. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Can you able to see my screen, sir?
Yeah, can.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. So now, this is the first slide. Okay, just proceed. Uh, what am I going to talk about for today is indefinite pronouns. Okay, we call it as indefinite pronoun. And what are we going to learn today? As I told you, we're going to identify the indefinite pronouns in sentences correctly. And the other one more thing, we're going to use indefinite pronouns in sentences correctly. All right. So these are the two things that we're going to do today. We're going to learn today. So before that, I was talking about the indefinite pronouns. So you should know what is that, right? So what are indefinite pronouns? So let us go. And before we should proceed with indefinite pronouns, you should actually know what is the meaning of pronouns. Okay, and it is not a very what do you call it's you have already learned everything. Okay, you have already learned these pronouns in your life, which is you can see here, like for example, I, me, my, you, he, mine, is these are the samples for pronouns. Okay, which is we use that to replace nouns and noun phrases. All right, so that is about pronouns. So for today's lesson, we're going to go about in detail about indefinite pronouns. Okay, so what is it about? It does not refer to a particular person, place, think, or any idea. So which is you don't really know uh, who you referring to. Okay, you don't know who is the person, you don't know what place is that, you're not sure about the thing or the idea. Okay, so that is called indefinite pronouns. And we use these indefinite pronouns to refer to people or things without saying exactly who or what they are. Okay, you don't, maybe there will be a situation where you don't know who is that person. So you have to refer to that person. So how are you going to say that? So in that case, we will be using indefinite pronouns. Okay, so we have two things, okay, that you have to be focused on, which is we will be using pronouns ending in on. Okay, that is referring to people. Okay, and the other one more, the pronouns when it has the ending with thing. Okay, that is for things. Okay, uh, more detail, okay, we can know that we use indefinite pronouns to refer to people, and we can use that for animals, or we can also use that for things. Okay, and without being specific. Okay, we never know who is that person. Okay, if we don't know what animal is that, okay, we cannot identify what thing is that. Okay, we are not sure about about the people, about the animal, about the thing. So that is where we will be using indefinite pronouns. Okay, and as I said just now, it does not refer to a particular person, a place, thing, or an idea. Right? Okay, so uh, when I said, okay, the word, okay, the pronouns, indefinite pronouns with and with one, okay, if let's say it ends with one, it simply referring to a people. Okay, as I told you, we will call it as suffixes, right? The pronouns ends with one, it will be always referred to people. Okay, and these are the examples. You can see some of the examples: anyone, no one, someone, or everyone. As you can see here at the back, okay, each of these words, you can see that there's one. This is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, anyone, no one, someone, everyone. So whenever you see these words, okay, you have to know that it is simply referring to people, which is a person. Okay, so it could be plural, it could be singular person. Okay, it could be so it is referring to people. Okay, so these are the indefinite pronouns. Okay, some of the indefinite pronouns. Okay, I think you are clear with that, and we shall continue. Okay, whenever you see, okay, indefinite pronoun which is end with thing, okay, it will be referring to an object. Okay, it can be referring to animals, it can be referring to the things, or it can also be referring to some ideas or an idea. Okay, so a pronoun ends with suffixes. Okay, thing, refer for objects that animals or things or an ideas. Okay, and what are the examples that you can see? Anything, nothing, something, or everything. So you can see here, okay, at the back, okay, at the end of this the indefinite pronouns, you can see thing, right? So whenever you see thing, okay, at the back, okay, anything, nothing, something, everything. So that refer for an object, okay, which is it could be animals, it could be things, or it could be any idea. All right. So these are the two things that you have to know. Okay. So okay. So far, you're clear with the ending, right? So now we have to see uh, the other one more element. Okay, how does this indefinite pronouns start with? Okay, today we're going to just focus on these words. Okay, which is start with some, any, every, and no. Okay, so these are the four things we're going to focus when it comes for the indefinite pronouns. Okay, some, any, every, and no. And you have to know that these 8 examples of indefinite pronouns, okay, which the ending has to be with one, or the ending has to be with the thing, right? As I told you, and you can put this, you can simplify this in a table. Okay, these 8 example of indefinite pronouns, which is someone, anyone, no one, everyone, something, anything, nothing, and everything. Okay, these 8 examples, okay, we can categorize it into this table. How are we going to categorize it? Okay, we will be seeing this. As you can see just now, okay, this sum, okay, this is the first at the beginning of the word, okay, of the indefinite pronoun. You can see some, right? And you have to know that someone is always referred to the people, okay, and something, it's referred to an it could be animal or it could be anything, okay. And the sum is actually more specific. Okay, we are talking about a person, maybe you are talking about anything. We talking about a specific thing. Okay, that's where we will be using some. Okay, and when we will be using any, okay, we will be using this any, okay, in two situations. When we're going to describe about people, we will be using anyone, okay. And if, let's say, you're going to talk about animals or thing, okay, then you have to say it as anything. And what is the meaning of any? Is it's general, okay. Anyone, okay, it could be anything. So it's not it's very general, okay. And you can see the difference between some and also any, right? So that you have to know, okay. And the other one more word that you have to know at the front of the indefinite pronoun is no, which is you will be using when you want to describe about a people, okay, you have to use no one, okay, no one. And if it's related to animals or things, then you have to refer to nothing. Okay, so what does it mean? Of course, you know that what is the meaning of no, which is zero. There's nothing there. Okay, it's remain nothing. It's zero. Okay, so you're going to describe about a place or a person who are not there, so we will be using no. Okay, and uh, the fourth word, okay, is every, okay, and which is referring to all, okay. And when it involves people, you have to say it as everyone, okay. And if you are going to relate this with animals or things, then you have to use everything. So basically, as I told you before, whenever you're talking about people, everything, it has to be one at the back, okay. And the only difference is you have at the beginning, okay, you have some, any, no, and every. Okay, so it depends on the situation. Whenever you want to talk about the specific person but specific people, then you have to use someone. Okay, if you want to talk about specific animal or a thing, then you have to use something. Okay, and if you want to talk in general, okay, then you will be using any for people, so anyone. And if you're talking about in general about the animal or a thing, then you have to say anything. Okay, and you going to say if you want to describe about there's nothing there, okay, about the zero, okay, Then you're going to you have to say it. For a people is no one, and for animal or thing, then you have to use nothing. Okay, and how about every? Is when you want to describe about a situation involve all. Okay, it may be in a group. Okay, you're going to talk about all in a group, so you have to use everyone for people. And if you are referring to animals or things, then you have to use everything. Okay, I hope you are very clear about this and you can get some clear picture on what is indefinite pronouns are. Okay, so to enhance our understanding, so let us go with some examples. And before that, okay, there is an important rule, okay, that you have to know is, if the indefinite pronouns, okay, it followed by a verb, okay, it is always singular. Okay, if even you are talking about a plural, okay, for example they, okay, you're going to talk about a group, maybe everyone, okay, you will be still use the verb as is. Okay, it is always singular, so that you have to know, and this is a very important rule that you have to know. Okay, for example, everyone is. Okay, the sentence there you can see is everyone is referring to plural, right? But we will be still using the verb as is. Okay, clear? Now followed by everything. Everything is also plural and we will be using is. Okay, okay, next is also someone, which is referring to uh, a person. Okay, that is also is. So followed by something, something is also is. Okay, and when you're talking about no one, okay, that is also is, and nothing is also is, although you don't have anyone there. Okay, but you still have to use is. Okay, so that is the rule that you have to follow. Okay, and is there anyone? Okay, if a question is something like that, still we will be using is, because it is, we're talking about an indefinite pronoun. Okay, so followed by if you're talking about anything, also you will be referring to is. So obviously, as you can see here, we will be using a singular verb, okay, when we use indefinite pronoun. Okay, so that is a very important rule that you have to know, and we shall just proceed with the examples here. Okay, and the first example, now we are talking about some. Okay, and look at this picture. Okay, as you can see in the picture, there is a man there, right? There is a man, but you don't know who is that person. Okay, so if you can say that as the man, that can be accepted, but here in when we are describing about indefinite pronoun, we will be notice that person as a people, right? So when you are talking about a people, then you will be using someone. Okay, there is someone mopping the floor. Okay, we don't know who is that person, so when you're referring to people, obviously we will be using someone. Okay, and followed by As you can see in the picture, okay, there is a bag there, okay, and you can see it's some kind of book, but you're not sure what is it. It could be a diary, it could be a what do you call a journal book, okay, it could be a dictionary, okay, it could be a storybook. So you never know what is that exactly, right? So how we can say that we are talking about the thing, right? So that we will be using there is something in the back. Okay, if you know that obviously what is it about, then if we won't be define it under indefinite pronoun. Okay, so you never know what is it exactly, so how you going to say that there is something in the bag. And always please take note that you will be always use your the verb rule, which is always it has to be a singular one. Okay, so there is something in the bag. Okay, all right, now we shall go for the second one, which is involve any. Okay, okay, look at the picture. Okay, it's at the toilet, right? Okay, now when you want to talk about people inside it, okay, can you see any people there, anyone here? No. So how are you going to say that? If it's a question, okay, is there anyone in the toilet? Okay, so when you want to ask is there any people inside the toilet, so you will be asking, you will be use anyone, because this one is referring to people, right? So is there anyone in the toilet? So that is the correct way of asking the question. Okay, or if you want to uh, say it as a sentence, okay, as a sentence, then there isn't is a simplified version for is not. There is not anyone in the toilet. You can even use like this, the sentence like this. You can make the sentence like this: is there anyone in the toilet? Or if it's a sentence, there isn't anyone in the toilet. Okay, so it's you have to use anyone in these two situation. Okay, now when you want to talk about animal or a thing, so you can see something is there, right? So how are you going to ask, is there anything under the table? Is there anything under the table? So we never know what is it inside, I mean under the table. So how are you going to ask that? Is there anything that you never know? Okay, so that's how you will be using any. Okay, and why we use thing? Because it's referring to a thing or an animal. Okay, now another one more. Okay, when you want to describe about a thing or an animal here, okay, which is we're showing it's in the sink, maybe. Okay, how are you going to ask that? There isn't anything in the sink. Okay, so when you want to ask, okay, if you want to make a sentence, okay, to describe that there's nothing there, so you can say there isn't anything in the sink. Okay, so isn't, it's a negative form of sentence, so that's where you will be using anything. Okay, so this you have to be clear with that. Okay, now I should proceed with the no. Okay, when we use a no, okay, okay, you can look at it's an empty field, right? Okay, there's when you want to describe about a people, okay, there is no one in the field. Okay, you cannot see anyone there, so there is no one in the field. Okay, why we use one? Because it's referring to a people. Okay, so you have to use no one. Okay, how about this? This is a thing, right? So we are going to describe about the ball, about the bowl. Okay, sorry, about the bowl. And how are you going to say that? There is nothing in the bowl. Okay, so when we're going to use a thing, because we are referring to a thing. Okay, but when we are referring to a people there, then you will be using no one. Okay, so that you have to know. And how about every? Okay, when we use every, and we know that every is for all, right? So look at this picture. Okay, you can see there are 6 of them in a group. Okay, and everyone is working, right? And what we can say, how we can make this sentence, it's referring to people, obviously. And how are we going to describe it? Everyone is busy. Okay, so that's how you'll be using everyone. Because why we using one? Because it's referring to people, so we say it as everyone. We are referring to all the people there. And now look at the second picture. Okay, it is referring to things, right? It's referring to the things. And how you can say that? It's everything. Okay, everything is in the basket. Okay, as you can see, okay, every this is the everyone and everything is referring to plural, right? But we will be still using is, because we still have to follow the rule that it has to be a singular word. Okay, so yes, we can just proceed with the practice. Okay, the first one. Okay, I hope you can have a clear picture now. Okay, what is it about that 8 indefinite pronouns? And now we're going to identify the indefinite pronouns in the sentences correctly. I hope you can know that very clear, right? Okay, we can just I have some sentences here, and we're going to just what do you call? We can just going to identify the indefinite pronouns in the sentences. Okay, so the first one, there is someone in the library. So where is the indefinite pronouns? Here, where is the indefinite pronoun here? So the first one, yes, that is someone. Okay, so that is the indefinite pronoun in the sentence. Okay, the second one, everyone recycles at school. Okay, so here everyone is the indefinite pronoun. Okay, the third one, there is something behind the bookcase. So where is the indefinite pronoun here? The third sentence, yes, something. Okay, the fourth one, Mary put everything in the bag. So where is it? Where is the indefinite pronoun? Yes, it is everything. Okay, the fifth sentence, there is no one in the house. So where is the indefinite pronoun here? Yes, no one. Okay, and followed by the next sentence, there is nothing on the chair. Okay, so how are we going to say that? Where is the indefinite pronoun? Is nothing. Okay, and isn't anyone on the bus. So here anyone is the indefinite pronoun. Okay, and the last one, there isn't anything in the cupboard. Okay, so anything is the indefinite pronoun. Okay, so if you notice here, okay, we are talking about a person, right? So that's why we use someone here. Okay, everyone recycles at school, so we are talking about all, each and every person in the school. Okay, so that's why we use everyone here, which is referring to people. Okay, and here there is something behind the bookcase. Okay, it could be a thing or it could be an animal. Okay, so that's why here the sentence referring to something. Okay, and Mary puts everything in the bag. Okay, she puts everything, which is referring to things. Okay, and there's no one in the house. Okay, meaning they are talking about people. So there's no one there, so no one in the house. Okay, and followed by there's nothing on the chair. Here we are referring to things or animal. Okay, so that's why we're using nothing. Okay, if let's say they are talking about people, so it should be there's no one on the chair. So that is the difference. Okay, you have to know. And followed by there isn't anyone on the bus. So anyone is referring to people, so that's why we use as anyone. Okay, and there isn't anything in the cupboard. Okay, so here we are referring to the thing. Okay, so that's why we use anything here. Okay, I hope you are clear with that. Okay, and now we're going to practice with the other one more. Our another one more practice, which is related to use indefinite pronouns in sentences correctly. How are you going to use that? Okay, now we look at the first picture, and this is the sentence. Okay, so which indefinite pronoun can best fit into this sentence? Okay, is putting rubbish in the bin. So you know that there is a person, there is a boy, okay, who is putting rubbish in the bin. So it is referring to people, right? So someone, okay, someone is putting rubbish in the bin. Okay, we never know who is that boy, so we can also say him as someone. Okay, and you can see the second picture. Okay, there is. Okay, there is. Okay, it's a two-way of sentence. Okay, the first one you can see the indefinite pronoun comes first. Okay, then followed by a it's a singular verb, right? Okay, so here you can see this is the singular verb is here. Okay, followed by the pronoun. Okay, indefinite pronoun. So there is two different way of saying the sentence. Okay, and how you can say this? Okay, this is a people, right? A person. So again, there is someone reading a book. Okay, so that you have to be clear. Okay, and now followed by the other one more sample. Okay, look at the first picture. She is writing on the paper. Can you know what is that? Of course you don't know. Okay, we don't know what is that. So how are we going to say that? Okay, it's something like an idea, right? Okay, she's doing something, she's writing. So how are we going to describe that? Something. She is writing something on the paper. Okay, all right. How about the second picture? Okay, you can see. Okay, it's a fridge. Okay, there is in the fridge. Can you see anything there? So if you can't see anything, so there is nothing in the fridge, because this we are referring to things there. So there is no thing, so we will be saying it as there is nothing in the fridge. Okay, or you can also say it in a negative form sentence. There isn't, okay, or there is not anything in the fridge. Okay, both can be accepted, but it depends on the sentence. Okay, if it's, let's say, there is, so then you'll be using nothing. If there isn't, okay, which is referring to a negative sentence, so you have to use anything. Okay, so that is the point that you have to focus. Okay, so these both sentence give you the same meaning, which is there is nothing in the fridge, there isn't anything in the fridge. Okay, so that you have to know. And yes, you can look at the picture. Okay, we never know who is that. Okay, but we can see that it looks like a kitchen, right? It's a kitchen. So now we are referring to a person there. Is there in the kitchen? So what is the best indefinite pronoun there? So the reply, yes, there is. Okay, in the kitchen. So what will be the answer? Okay, the first question, is there someone in the kitchen? Okay, or you can say, yes, there is someone in the kitchen. Okay, so it could be also accepted if the question is there anyone in the kitchen? That also can be accepted, or someone also can be accepted. Okay, so that's how it works. And followed by an empty room. Okay, you can see it's an empty room. You can't see anyone there. So how are we going to describe that? Is there anyone in the room? Okay, is there anyone in the room? No, there isn't anyone in the room. Okay, that could be accepted and followed by there is no one in the room. Okay, so this is it's a two different sentence. Okay, this is a negative sentence, negative form of sentence, where we will be using anyone. Okay, if it's when you see isn't, then you have to use anyone. If you are seeing at is, then you can say no one in the room. Okay, so that is the difference that you have to know. So but these both sentences give you a same meaning, that there is no one or there isn't anyone in the room, which is the room is empty. Okay, so that you have to know. Okay, now you can see the first picture. Okay, there are many people there. Okay, and they're singing. Okay, they're enjoying. So you can see what is the best answer. Indefinite pronoun can fit in there. Okay, so although we are referring to many people there, okay, it's more than one person there, but we will be still using is. Okay, and the answer is everyone. Okay, everyone is in the car. Okay, so Yes, so everyone is in the car. So everyone is the indefinite pronoun that is fit into the sentence. Okay. Okay. The next picture. Okay. You can see it's a pencil case, right? Okay. Kevin puts in the pencil case. What he puts? Okay. He puts everything because we are referring to a thing there, right? So it's he's just puts everything in the pencil case. So here the best indefinite pronoun is everything. Okay. So are you clear with the examples, the practices, and all that? Okay, I hope you can now understand what is indefinite pronouns clearly. Okay, so if in that case, okay, of course, okay, when you do practice, then you can be perfect. Okay, practice always makes perfect. So what you can do is you can maybe try this at home. Okay, those who are having your workbook with you, your CAFR workbook, okay, year 4, okay, there will be a workbook page 61. Okay, you have the sentences, okay, which is the exercises related to indefinite pronoun, which is involving something, someone, everyone, and everything. Okay, at page 61, and followed by page 62. Okay, you have another 4 indefinite pronouns. Okay, nothing, anything, no one, anyone. Okay, so you can do the practice, okay, to check your understanding, okay, after this lesson. Okay, so I hope you can understand well our lesson for today. So if it's nothing more, then I can just end the lesson for today. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okey, terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada Cikgu Mathani atas perkongsian ilmu itu tadi. Kami bagi pihak PPD Bangsar Pudu mengucapkan terima kasih atas masa yang Cikgu spend untuk lesson ini pada hari ini. Okey, terima kasih Cikgu, terima kasih murid-murid. Kita jumpa lagi pada minggu depan. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you.